Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the VA's adverse action, what it is, how you can identify it, what are some of the M211 manual references that talks about it, and some things that you can do to prevent from falling into adverse action. Let's go ahead and get at it. Okay, everyone, before we get into today's video, don't forget to click that link below and sign up for my new Veteran Monthly membership. Now until May 1st, you can join for 50% off, okay? After that, it goes back up to regular price, all right? Now, today's video, adverse action. A lot of you probably haven't heard me talk about it or may not have heard it talked about on YouTube before. Basically, adverse action is a proposal to reduce or a proposal to sever service connection. This is a couple of examples of adverse action. Now, as a former VA rater, I had to do some of these ratings and I did not like doing it. I didn't do it a lot, okay? But I've seen where this happened and the veteran did not know what to do. And in some cases, even the accredited representative didn't know what to do, okay? Now, I have about 5 slides. We're gonna go through this. I'm not gonna go through it too fast, but I'm gonna be explaining some stuff, okay? So if you have to pause it, write some stuff down, go back and watch it a second time, go ahead and invest the time to do it. So let's go ahead and get at it. Slide number 1. Here in slide number 1, definition of adverse action proposal period, okay? So it states, the adverse action proposal period is the control period between the date the notice of proposed adverse action is mailed to the beneficiary, which is you, the veteran, and the date that the final decision notice is sent. The minimum period for the proposed adverse action is 60 days. Now, the date. When you receive that rating decision, inform you of the adverse action. Remember in some other videos when I talked about rating decisions, and even in my book, I talked about rating decisions and notification letters. The date that they're talking about here is the date on that notification letter, not the date of the rating decision, okay? Because the rating decision is done first, and then the notification letter. So I've seen where sometimes where the rater has done a rating decision on, let's just say, February 1st, and the notification letter is not until February 15th. So if the clock starts ticking on February 1st, now you're already behind the curve 15 days. So they do it the date of the notification letter, okay? And in my book, I give you an example of what the first page of the notification letter and the first page of the rating decision looks like, okay? So that's where this education comes in. Move right along, slide number 2. This M211 manual reference, it talks about calculating the adverse action proposal period. The first day of the adverse action proposal period is the date that the notice of proposed adverse action is mailed to the beneficiary. Same thing, right? So we look at a lot of these M211 manual references, they kind of overlap in some of the information, okay? But all of them are not talking about the same exact thing in the body, okay? Now let's look at this graph. It says if the adverse action proposal period time limit expires on a work day, exclude the first day of the adverse action proposal period. Include the last day. Saturday or Sunday or holiday, it goes to the next day. So let's just say that 60 days expires on that Saturday. It will not expire till that following Monday. Now, you have no business getting close to that 60 days. Don't play with it. Do not play with it. Get whatever it is you need in prior to that. In that notification letter, they explain what your options are, okay? Do not wait. And this is anything. When they say, VA says give you 30 days, they give you 60 days, do not wait until that 29th day and be scrambling trying to get them whatever they need, okay? Moving right along, slide number 3. Extending the adverse action proposal period. The adverse action proposal period may be extended for the development of evidence, okay? The first bullet comment, a hearing. If the hearing is requested within 30 days following the release of notice of proposed adverse action, okay? Now, I'm not going to talk about a hearing, a VA hearing in this video, but it's going to be in the next one, okay? When you receive that notification letter, in that notification letter, it's going to say, hey, you can request a hearing within 30 days. Now, we're going to get methodical. Last slide, I say, hey, don't wait till the last minute. If you decide to do a hearing, to give yourself more time, maybe to go out and get a DBQ and or Nexus. Oh, what I just do? I just dropped the nugget, okay? Because you can submit a DBQ and Nexus if necessary, if you're doing a hearing, and take it to that hearing with you. Unlike a high-level review, you cannot submit new evidence, okay? But they give you 30 days, okay? So if you wait 15 days and call in and send in a VA Form 21-4138 saying you request a hearing, guess what I just did? Dropped another nugget, all right? Then that can extend that time for you to go out and get this DBQ, okay? You request a hearing 15 days after you get that notice, but 30 days before the termination date, okay? Moving right along, slide number 4. Evidence received that is favorable to the claimant. Just talked about it, okay? You get a DBQ, submit it, make sure it's actionable and sufficient, okay? And it can either keep you at the current percentage or possibly an increase, all right? Now it says, once a notice of proposed adverse action is sent, if new evidence establishes that the adverse action should not be taken, then take appropriate action to amend or reverse the proposed action and send the beneficiary a final notice. Now, one of the things I did as a rating specialist, if the veteran had a POA, which is a VSO or lawyer, I would say, you know what? Hey, have them send me a DBQ and I can go ahead and use that to keep them at the percentage or grant them the higher percentage, and I'll cancel the hearing. And 9 times out of 10, they did that, okay? Move right along, slide number 5. This is the 38 CFR, that was it, I believe in slide 2. Computation of time limit. So the other one was a reference. This is the regulation. And it states the first day of the special period referred to in paragraph A of this section shall be the date of mailing of notification to the claimant or beneficiary. Now, again, that is the notification letter, okay? Now you may say, Dwayne, why are you even doing this video? Okay, where a lot of veterans go wrong, they file for increase. And I did a video on what not to do to get reduced. They file for that increase, okay? That percentage for that particular condition has been in effect less than 5 years. The veteran then go to the rating code sheet to confirm that effective date. They go to that exam. It shows improvement. It's been in effect less than 5 years, shows improvement. They do a proposal to reduce. Guess what? Now you fall in this adverse action. You're like, what do I do? Okay, you have some options. Read that notification letter. You can request a hearing. I'll talk about that in my next slide. But where I see a lot of veterans make the mistake, they'll play with that last date, that 30 days or that 60 days, whatever. You need to take almost immediate action. Now, again, as I stated earlier, if you elect for a hearing and you need a little bit more time to go out and get evidence that shows you shouldn't be reduced or this adverse action shouldn't go into effect, then you can wait about 15 days because if you request a hearing, you got to do it in 30. 21-4138, simple phone call to the VA, then they go ahead and they'll start scheduling that. And in the meantime, you can be working on getting that DBQ and or Nexus depending on what you're doing. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about the RVSR hearing. And with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.